Hi, Katie. Sorry this took me a while to get this out to you. I have company from out of town, and I'm doing a DJ night at Smoke and Mirrors on West 25th tonight. So it's been crazy. So sorry it's taken me a minute. Sammy probably would confirm that sometimes it takes me to do the distance readings. Sometimes it takes me. I do always like to point out I work at October's. You guys should come down to the shop. Sammy used to, but I think her schedule got to where she was just too busy. So we do it the long distance. I'm kind of out of the picture because I have my makeup on. Anyway, all right. So we're gonna do the the full Celtic, and I'm just gonna shuffle. And I love it because today is the start of Virgo season. I'm also a Virgo. My birthday is September 12th, so that's cool. So I love doing birthday readings. And honestly, this is, it's our birthday the whole season, right? So one more shuffle. I'm going to cut the deck with my left hand, pulling the cards towards me. Okay. Gotta shuffle again because the Page of Wands wanted to come out. So, all right. And we will go over the cards as they, come out. So. You'd love it. We got the Virgo card, so I love it. Okay, so in your current situation, I don't know if we can do this so you can kind of see the Celtic. It's not the best. It's not the, yeah. Current situation, we have the Devil reversed. Actually a good card when it's reversed in your current situation. It talks about getting unstuck, unbound, and what complements this is the Two of Pentacles. So there could be some sort of alleviation money-wise. You could be headed towards abundance. You could actually be headed towards something that is going to cause you a lot of, maybe extra work, but also will lead to abundance, because the Two of Pentacles is the post-manifestation card. So the Ace is the manifestation card. So the Two of Pentacles is kind of like, being in partnership with yourself, being in partnership with your goals, okay? And it is crossing or complementing the Devil reversed. And so the Devil reversed is headed towards any kind of recovery. It's headed towards breaking cycles, breaking patterns. And I know a lot of people that are practitioners did some manifestation during, or things came to fruition during this last, I think it was full moon in Aquarius. I think I'm so bad with the moon, so don't, yeah. And also the Lionsgate portal. A lot of people manifested things, but either way, your current situation is showing that you are trying to break cycles and patterns. You're headed towards some sort of recovery. And I have to think some of it's financial, but it can also be creating a good work-life balance as well. So you might be juggling with many things on your plate. You might be juggling with, how am I going to pay this? What am I going to do? And it's like, it looks like you've changed something in your life as far as scheduling. So I like it. And the Devil is a major arcana, meaning this isn't just a temporary change. This is something that you're implementing that's going to help you. Again, post-manifestation. We don't have an Ace of Pentacles, but we have a Two of Pentacles, which is, if you can look, you can kind of see the infinity symbol goes around the two. In your headspace, we have the Three of Swords. Not my favorite card, but what I will say about a Three of Swords in your headspace is they can be crippling self-doubt and anxiety. It can be that. It's a third-party situation. That means that there's some sort of invasive thoughts that are happening in your mind. Either you're in this situation where you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, you're waiting for, and it's almost like, since you're implementing this new schedule change and these kind of new ideas, and these and juggling, maybe taking on a little bit more work, maybe taking on a little bit extra stress, this Three of Swords in your headspace is kind of saying, well, yeah, it'll be hard at first until it's not. And then one day you're going to wake up, it'll be easier, because I do have good cards around here to suggest that. you are showing up all over this reading. We got a Queen of Pentacles, we have the Hermit, so which we'll get to. But this Three of Swords, again, it's that overthinking that Virgos do. It's that, and it's almost like when we look at the Devil reversed, I'm so over self-sabotage, so I'm actually going to do something so I don't keep self-sabotaging. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to try to not overextend myself, overbook myself, say yes to every single thing. And so sometimes that's painful. It can also be you kind of setting boundaries. You know what I mean? And Virgos set all kinds of boundaries, but sometimes we don't stick to them because we are like, we put other people first. All right. So if I look into your recent past, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. So there, again, Pentacles, which is your suit. You're an earth sign. Pentacles is your suit. So when we look at the Knight of Pentacles in your past, the Knight of Pentacles can suggest a stagnant sort of energy. Wanting to change something. And then, of course, the next card we get is the Devil reverse, like wanting to change patterns. Something's not working. I feel that a lot of this is either financial or spiritually based, like repeating patterns. I don't think we don't have cups. It's definitely not necessarily relationship based, although I think this kind of behavior definitely affects relationships. This Knight of Pentacles reversed is suggesting that, like, hey, I'm stagnant, I'm not moving forward, I have to do something. And so it's really, then the next step, of course, is to change patterns, change behaviors, get unstuck. And how do we do that? Well, sometimes we have to take on more responsibility. Sometimes we want to take on less responsibility and alleviate some stress that way. Because we go to the future, you got the Hermit, which is the card of Virgo. It's the ultimate self-care card. Now, I apologize because I am using a kind of a creepy deck. I'm using the Gothic Tarot because, it's spooky season to me. So I'm kind of using a little bit more of a creepy deck. But the Hermit, which I love, they have Nosferatu. I will also say that the Hermit is the card of time, of like giving yourself time and space as well. But the Hermit is the ultimate self-care card. And for a Virgo, it's like you've done a lot of inner work, trying to gain inner peace. I do feel this is a little bit of a spiritual journey, but I also feel like you're trying to translate this into maybe setting better boundaries, saying no, trying to come up with a schedule that's more advantageous and that you're not constantly overbooked and overworked. So this, and also, the Hermit in your future could talk about like having a spa day, having a day to yourself, having a day, where you're kind of decompressed. The nice thing of it is your birthday's on a Sunday, so you can do that. Make sure you definitely take care of yourself this Sunday because, that's the Hermit energy. And the Hermit normally is holding this little lantern. This card's a little different, but normally he has a lantern in his hand, and that means that he is completely self-aware. That also means that he is not in Hermit mode, that he's ready to come out of the cave and like say, hey, I'm here. We are heading into fall. It is our season. So a lot of times that's, that to me, I think as a Virgo, I like to try new things either in the fall or the spring. I'm not a New Year's resolution person. I look at, because I went, maybe it's from being in school for 15 years, is that the new year began around our birthday. So it's a little bit of that. There is there's definitely this doing the inner work, very peaceful card, moving to the future, which I love. And in the foundation for your spread, here you are, Queen of Pentacles. So regardless of whatever kind of changes you're making, you're headed towards abundance, you're headed towards peace, you're headed towards everything evening out. Even you have all earth, because if we look at the Devil reverse, that's Capricorn. Two of Pentacles is Capricorn. Knight of Pentacles is Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. The Hermit is Virgo. And then the Queen of Pentacles, I look as the Virgo Queen. Capricorn or Taurus as well. But it is that Earth Queen, right? And she is in the foundation for your spread, which means that's you. Whatever you're holding up, whatever you're trying to implement, whatever goals that you're setting for yourself, absolutely fabulous. The only thing is, which is typical Virgo, what's crowning your spread is the Three of Swords. It's the only non-earth sign. It's the only non-earth card. So if you look, it's at the top. The top is exactly where we expect to see swords because that's the mental thing. So this could be, again, invasive thoughts, overthinking, feeling kind of like there's those thoughts of feeling, regret, feeling of failure. But the thing of it is, the whole other reading doesn't support that. It's all, I don't want to say it's all in your mind, but there's a lot of overthinking here. So I hope that helps. I'm going to go over to the advice column and we're going to see what's going on over here. Love it. Okay, so the first card we get in how you feel about your current situation is the Eight of Pentacles. Just hard work. This is a Virgo card. Hard work, hard work, hard work. And so possibly how you feel about this is sometimes the Eight of Pentacles can be dead end stuff. Like I'm doing all this stuff and it's like I'm stuck. I'm still in the same position I was before. I'm super stuck. How do I get out of this situation? It's almost like you're on a treadmill. So that's kind of how you feel. And I think that's why the Devil's coming out reversed and the Two of Pentacles. It's like, okay, yes, we know, you feel this way. Are you putting hard work into a situation where you're not appreciated? Are you putting hard work where you're not getting paid enough? Are you putting hard work into something and it's just you could do things better or smarter? That's what the Eight of Pentacles is. And that's how you feel about this. Total Virgo, essence right there. In your external, you have the Page of Swords reversed. So again, in the external and in your headspace, it's almost like the internal, external, you got some swords, which is, we already know the Three of Swords is like this overthinking. The Knight of Swords can be, it can be other people kind of tearing you down and you believing them or listening to people that aren't for your highest good. It can also be kind of limping towards, I know what I wanted, because you have a Knight of Pentacles in your past, which again was that feeling of stagnancy and feeling like, okay, I got to make a change here. And honestly, the Knight of Pentacles is about slow change. And so when we look at this in your external, the Knight of Swords could be kind of like, people start noticing this change and maybe start commenting on it. And this is your new truth. It's a little bit of that. I'm going to take a card. So I'm going to take from the bottom. Yeah, Ace of Swords. That's the one I wanted. Brand new beginning. Brand new beginning. Mental clarity, knowledge. But swords are like, they're the card of enlightenment. They're a card of, you got to go through something to get to the other side. It's that energy. Let's see what your challenge is at the bottom of the deck. Your bottom of the, is the King of Swords. Keeping the boundaries, setting the boundaries, keeping the boundaries, and moving forward with those boundaries. That's going to be, you have all swords in your external. So it's like you have this internal truth that you want to, you want to implement, but like externally, sometimes it gets harder because people test you. People in situations test you. So that's going to be your true test, is external events. Because internally, I think, Virgos are pretty well self-regulated. And if we live by ourselves, no problem. But because we live in a world with other people or perhaps a significant other, it's like, as enjoyable as it is, it's still like, ugh, right? So hopes and fears, we have the Three of Cups. I mean, it doesn't get much better in the hopes and fears. This is a hope card. You have a birthday coming up. This is a celebration card. This is the card of the Three Muses, so faith, hope, and charity. It's also the card of family, friendship, sisterhood, getting together with friends. And again, my specialty is current energy. It's not necessarily future, because all the future cards are based on the current energy of like, if we keep in this vein, the trajectory is this. Sometimes I'll get a little bit of a warning, and really the only warning I have for you is in the external about the swords, like people testing and situations testing your resolve. It's going to be your challenge. It's a brand new beginning. You're starting a new cycle. And again, I think this is like life-changing things, which I think is definitely a spiritual thing too. Not necessarily an awakening, but a little bit like that. So we have a Three of Cups, celebration, time to celebrate. That's what your hope is. Like, I don't want to deal with anything heavy. Let's just have a good time. And that's what you're hoping. And so then in your outcome, you have the Judgment card, which is a wonderful card upright. I know all these cards look gloomy, but trust me, this is the card of transformation. It's Pluto energy. So it's the card of second chances. It's also using your judgment. It's also the card of moving on from regret. And it's literally coming up right next to your headspace, because you have a beautiful reading, and the only thing that I would worry about for you is self-sabotage. That's what I would worry, because the Devil reversed is like, the Devil is the self-sabotage card, but when it's reversed, it's like, okay, no, I don't want to do that. So I want you to keep on this trajectory. Are you going to be tested? Yeah, Absolutely. But there's growth in that. So the Judgment card, again, is that Plutonian energy of second chances, not living in regret, knowing that the only way is to move forward, not to stay in the past, and let's move forward. But it's also using good judgment, and that's exactly what this card is. You are using amazing judgment. You know, even in these situations where people are testing you, or situations are testing you, or you feel like, oh man, I know I said I was going to do this. I know I said I was going to not do this, but that's you know what I mean? So we also had a card that wanted to come out. We have this Two of Cups, very beautiful soulmate card, nice soulmate connection that you have. Even though this really is not a love reading, this is definitely a life path sort of reading. Sometimes I don't know where the cards are going to go, but it can also, practically speaking, be about work. But I think Virgos are very usually entwined with their jobs. Their identity a lot of time is with their jobs. So jobs become more than just a financial thing. It becomes an identity. But the Two of Cups, nice soulmate connection. I'm going to put that next to the Judgment card because we have that beautiful Two of Cups. And we have the Sun. So the Sun is reversed, but the Sun is still a good card. And the Sun suggests that, you know, just because something doesn't happen overnight, and Virgos know this because we're here for the long haul, but sometimes we can get impatient, especially with other people. The Sun here is suggesting that things are going to work out just the way they're supposed to. It might take a little time. It's going to take a little work. It's going to take some energy, because when you think of the Sun reversed as the sun going behind a cloud, we know it's still there. We know good things are coming, but it just takes a minute. It's like, okay, it's going to take a minute. Cool. So I hope this resonates. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Again, I apologize. I just have a lot going on, and I wanted to do it last night, but I was really sleepy, and I thought I better not do it when I'm sleepy. I better do it when I'm energized. So hope this helps, Katie, and I'm going to upload this to you now.